Hi, we're here at the Mornington Peninsula Motorcycle Club. We're testing the new 2019 model Honda CRF450R. I'm with a guy by the name of Brad Matheson, current Victorian Supermoto champion and BCP coach. Matho, this is your first ride on the new Honda.
Yes.
You looking forward to it?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me out. First ride on the 19, really excited to get out there.
Let me just explain a couple of brand new features of the 2019 model. We've got a brand new front brake, a caliper, oversized, twin size pistons, a lot more power in the front end supposedly. We'll have to wait and see. A different header pipe. The two sections come a lot further forward. Supposedly a little bit more bottom end power there. We've got a new fuel injection system, and I'm hearing squirts 2 times every cycle. Once again, focused on that bottom end power. We've got a new swing arm. And of course, in the looks department, we've got some cool looking black rims finally after all these years. We've got some black Renthal fat bars up front and some very cool looking fork protectors with some air vents and a little bit of a wraparound thing going on. Well, we just hopped off the new 2019 model Honda CRF450R here today, and well and truly Matho and I put this thing through its paces. Out there on the track here, we've got soft stuff, we've got hard pack stuff, we had nice moist dirt, we had dry crumbly stuff. So really perfect conditions to be able to put this thing through its paces and see what it's got. So tell us your first impressions of the bike, Matho.
Oh, definitely the engine. The engine just felt so crisp and very torquey. And then probably the front brake, which you definitely need because this thing definitely gets up in boogies. Yeah, I felt very comfortable on it pretty much straight out of the crate, which was very surprising.
For me personally, I got to say, knowing the 2018 very well, the motor was the first thing that stood out for me. A lot more bottom end torque as you roll it on. You can noticeably pull a taller gear, which meant that it was a lot smoother in the hard pack stuff, but also in the softer stuff, it would just pull like a train, which was the biggest improvement for me. Standout motor and got to be one of the best in the bunch. I believe we've got a much more rigid chassis for 2019. Was no problem out there. It felt very accurate, and where you placed the bike, it went straight away. Now just touching on the suspension and the new chassis, Brad, how did you find the new setup out there on the track?
Oh, well, at first I felt it a little bit high in the rear end, so we lowered the rear end a little bit, and that definitely made the bike feel a lot more central and planted. Straight out of the crate, I think I could go race this in super motard form or motocross. The engine is just so good. I can't wait to get one of these and get it out in the motard track for sure.
And I guess for me personally, with the Honda in stock trim for the last few years, you've got the choice of 3 different maps. You've got the standard one, and then you've got a mellow one, which is a little bit cruisier and a bit more placid than the standard one. And then you've got an aggressive one. Now, me weighing a little bit more than the average bear, I guess you would say, I tend to love that aggressive map. On this bike with this new motor, I've got to say my favorite map is the standard one. The aggressive one seems to make it light up a little bit too much in the rear end, and particularly with that hard pack surface out there in certain parts of the track. That's how good this motor is. You don't really need to get too crazy with your mapping and try to get this thing firing on all cylinders, because in stock trim, it's an absolute weapon. Nice and smooth, and a lot of riders may even want to go to that slightly more docile map, the smoother one. For me, the standard one all the way, it was spectacular. Great things, the improvements that Honda have made to the motorcycle, absolutely phenomenal. And for you Honda fans out there, it'll definitely keep you happy, so head on down to your Honda dealership and go try to get yourself a good price on one of these 450s.